Well, I have a friend who thought he'd gone too far and that God could never love him again. So I wrote him a song.
Praise the Lord.
What would it take for God to say no? What would it take to let me go? What would it take for God to say no to His love? Where could I hide from His face? Where could I run from His grace? What would it take for God to say no to His love? He'd have to say no to Adam's race. He'd have to say no to Abraham's faith. He'd have to say no to His promised grace. He'd have to say no. He'd have to say no to the angel's voice. You never would have heard the shepherds rejoice. He'd have to say no to the Son of His grace. He'd have to say no. He'd have to say no to 33 years. He'd have to say no to the blood and the tears. He'd have to say no to the old rugged cross. He'd have to say no. He'd have to say no, disciples and friends. He'd have to say no to coming again. He'd have to say no. He'd have to say no. He'd have to say no. But I like this. But He said yes. Aren't you glad He did? He said yes. Say that. Your turn. He said yes. He said yes. He said yes, and the stone rolled away. He said yes, and His love's here to stay. He said yes, there's no need to stray, 'cause He said yes. So I said yes as I fell on my knees. I said yes, now I can see. I said yes, and He set me free, 'cause He said yes. He said yes, and the stone rolled away. He said yes, and His love's here to stay. He said yes, there's no need to stray, 'cause He said yes. So I said yes as I fell on my knees. I said yes, now I can see. I said yes, and He set me free, 'cause He said yes. I said yes, and He set me free, 'cause He said yes. He said yes, and the stone rolled away. He said yes, and His love's here to stay. He said yes, there's no need to stray, 'cause He said yes. So I said yes as I fell on my knees. I said yes, now I can see. I said yes, and He set me free, 'cause He said yes. Everybody did. Put your hands together. Jesus is alive and well. Amen. Jesus is alive. sing, tell them for me, Jesus is alive and well. When they nailed my Jesus to that old rugged cross, the devil danced around with glee. He thought he had the children of God, and he would throw them in a deep fiery sea. But on the third day the stone was rolled away. The angel said, Mary, go and tell that the Son of God is risen. Hallelujah, Jesus is alive and well. I said, Jesus is alive and well. Jesus is alive and well. Tell everyone you see, tell them for me, Jesus is alive and well. He's sitting with the Heavenly Father, interceding for you and me. Tell everyone you see, tell them for me, Jesus is alive and well. Now go tell the kings and the presidents' men that the coming of the Lord is nigh. They better get their house in order. He's going to split the eastern sky. Get the message out to the people. Let's tell them how it's time to tell that the Son of God is coming. Hallelujah, Jesus is alive and well. I said, Jesus is alive and well. Yeah. Jesus is alive and well. Tell everyone you see, tell them for me, Jesus is alive and well. He's sitting with the Heavenly Father, interceding for